They say it's the hardest trophy to win in sports.
Lifelong dream.
But the only thing more difficult than winning the Stanley Cup is doing it again.
Another audacious prediction, set unrealistic expectations and exceed them.
The Golden Knights' quest for the Cup is underway.
Go, Knights, go!
And once again, Vince Sapienza is on the road with the team.
Feast your eyes on the Zamet.
Bringing you all the sights, sounds, and stories from the locker room to the ice.
I'm comfortable playing them against anybody.
Fox 5 and the Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network on the road with the Knights all postseason long.
Vegas wanted hockey, Vegas got hockey.
This is Hockey in the Desert Weekly.
Dyko has it. Dyko looking across the barbershop. Deflection. Score! Dorofeyev is the hero.
And just like that, the Golden Knights take a 3-2 series lead in their second round series with Anaheim. Welcome back inside another edition of postseason Hockey in the Desert Weekly. I'm your host, Vince Sapienza. A bit of deja vu over at T-Mobile Arena for the second round. A Game 5 at home goes to overtime with Vegas coming out the victor. If you missed it, let's see how this one shook out. T-Mobile Arena, some silver and black star power on hand Tuesday night. Kirko chains activated inside the Fortress. Kirk Cousins, Raiders quarterback, getting the crowd fired up, and he clearly got Braden McNabb into a football frame of mind because about midway through the first, number 3 lines up Ryan Poehling and crushes him into the near boards. The Ducks forward would need help off the ice. A penalty would be called. Refs rule a 5-minute major game misconduct. McNabb's night would be done. Anaheim would capitalize on the man advantage. Beckett-Seneke puts home the rebound near the net, and it's 1-0 Roadies. Now, as of this taping, the NHL Player Safety Development Department, announced they would have a hearing with the Knights blue liner, which could mean suspension and or fines. Both coaches were asked after the game their thoughts on the hit.
Well, they lose a guy, we lost a guy. We're down a centerman, very important guy for us. I think they saw the hit, the right call was made, and that's how I saw it.
Don't even ask me. Okay. Don't even ask me, please.
Don't want to get you with it.
No, it's just no sense of talking about it.
Alan.
Did you see the hit on Coughlin at the end of the period? I just don't get it.
All right, don't get it, but we move on. Now, prior to the first period ending, Dorofeyev would light the lamp on the power play, tying the game at 1 after 1, but we jump to the second where Dorofeyev, showing what it takes to play in the postseason. He blocks the shot that drops him to the ice. He was able to skate off on his own, but needed help down the tunnel. As we know, he would later return after the game. He was asked about, though, that shot blocked.
Kind of just regular stuff, like when you get something, gotta see it, taste it out first, and then make a decision. Yeah, I think you can consider it as an injury. Just got a block shot. It's kind of like part of my job, but it hurts more when it misses. So, yeah, just get myself together and got back on the ice.
And got back on the ice, he did. Go to the final frame, not even 5 minutes in. Tomas Hertl went more than 2 months without scoring a goal, gets his second in as many games. Now, while that did not turn out to be the game winner, it was a massive goal at the time to take the lead, and maybe more important for the mental game Hertl has been dealing with since March 4th.
Last time I got through this blank, it was probably when I got born, since 4 years old. I never got, it was that long without goal, and so definitely, you try to find a way. If it's not going your way, you try to do anything, face off, hit guys, and just do other things. But the best way is just to score the goals, because that's what his expectations are. Yeah, obviously it wasn't easy for me. It was a long time before last game I scored, because expectation for me is make something happen on the ice, and it was too nice to score the last game, and especially tonight. And it was just good play after face-off, win. Raza take a good shot, sort of tip it, and I just try to find the rebound and get in. And obviously, I was really happy about it, because I just say it was pretty hard 2 months for me, because everybody expected, I will score goals and I do something happen, and obviously try to do other things, but it's always nice to get a couple, and hopefully moving forward I can help with a couple more goals.
Yeah, for tonight and hopefully for the future. And to me, not just the goal. I thought that line played a really good game. I know they're on the ice for the tying goal, but I thought they gave us some big minutes, and we're going to need it as the series keeps on going. We're going to need all 4 lines.
Now again, as we know, the game went to overtime, and here's your winner. Jack Eichel somehow gets this pass over to Dorofeyev, and he shoots this puck seemingly in mid-air. Roofs it top shelf. That's Dorofeyev's 7th of the postseason. He's now tied for not only the team lead, but postseason lead in goals scored as well. The Knights take a 3-2 series lead with a Game 5 3-2 overtime win.
Yeah, I mean, it was so good. I mean, scored first OT in the playoffs. It's awesome. To be honest with you, I can't even tell you what happened there. I just saw a puck, just whipped my stick on it, and thankfully got it. And it feels special. I think we need it.
Yeah, the puck seems to follow him. Huh? He's just doesn't say much, just goes and plays. Makes a big play the other night after when we came back and scored a goal with the goalie pulled, has another chance. The puck just seems to follow him. He's a good player, good two-way player. You know, not just him, but high marks for the whole team tonight. I'm proud of the team tonight. Getting down, losing Naber, one of our top D, losing him. I think he played 3 minutes, finding a way to get things done, to get a win. I'm really proud of the hockey club.
Now with Game 5 in the books, the Golden Knights will have a chance to do what they did in Utah last month, close out their opponents on the road in a Game 6. Now, while the Knights know what they need to do, they don't know if they'll have their captain. Mark Stone was injured in the first period of Game 3 in Anaheim. Stone limped to the dressing room, briefly returned to the bench, trying to work it out before again leaving, this time for good. He missed Game 4, he missed Game 5, and while we were on the road with the team, Torts was asked for an update.
I might as well tell you guys, I'm not getting any updates on injuries, so you might as well stop asking me that question.
All right, so that answers that. Now, speaking of Game 3, Mitch Marner scored the 7th hat trick and 3rd 4-point game in Golden Knights playoff history against the Ducks. And as of Wednesday afternoon, Marner leads all scorers in the Stanley Cup playoffs with 6 goals, 16 points.
It's a lot of work to still go, so it's always nice to try to contribute and help win games. But you know, at the end of the day, you just want to win games. So there's been a lot of different moments in this playoff so far that people have stepped up and made big plays, and you know, I think again tonight, a lot of great plays by a lot of people around me to set me up in a spot I could succeed in. So yeah, you know, I think like all of us would say, we just want to try to win hockey games and do whatever we can to win hockey games. So that's what we're going to try to keep doing.
You guys don't see the stuff he does. People here, people in Toronto, all the people that talk about this guy, they don't see any of the things that he brings to a game, even if he doesn't score a goal. I've known that coaching against him. So that narrative is a bunch of bull. And like I said last night, Mitch doesn't care. Mitch is a pro. He's a terrific player, one of the top players in this league, and he plays for us.
All right, despite all the ice, we're just getting warmed up here on Hockey in the Desert Weekly. When we return, I catch up with Knights defenseman Dylan Coghlan as he reflects on making his Stanley Cup playoffs debut, plus the latest on the Professional Women's Hockey League. Could they have a new home here in Vegas? Spoiler, the answer is yes. All of the latest next.
You're watching Hockey in the Desert Weekly.
Here is Eichel. The pass, the shot, the goal! Shea Theodore!
You know, we like playing on the road. You know, it's always fun to come into, you know, a loud building and, you know, shutting them up. So I think we did a great job. Obviously, you know, it was a good effort, but obviously we're expecting, you know, more for the next game, so we have to keep kind of going.
Shea Theodore and the Golden Knights will get that opportunity once again to shut up the crowd. Game 6 Thursday as the Knights try and close out the series in SoCal. So here's a look at what is left in the second round. As mentioned, Game 6 at the Honda Center Thursday night, 6:30 puck drop. If necessary, Game 7 will be Saturday at T-Mobile Arena. That would be an afternoon puck drop of 2 o'clock. Now, a couple stats to throw at you. Chew on for a little bit. The Ducks are 7-0 all-time at home in Game 6s. The Knights, however, have never lost a series after winning a Game 5 to take a series lead of 3-2. Now, speaking of opportunities, Dylan Coughlin has one of the more fascinating stories on the Golden Knights roster. He was a rookie camp invite back in 2017. He earned an entry-level contract just a couple months later, built his game in the American League before breaking into the NHL. He played 88 games for the Knights across 2 seasons. He then gets traded to Carolina, moves on to Winnipeg before returning to the VGK organization this past summer. And now in his 6th pro year, he's had a career year down in Henderson, earning himself another call-up with Vegas, though this time during the postseason.
As Dylan Coughlin, we mentioned, joining the Vegas lineup.
Talk to me about the emotions. What was going through your mind, your first career Stanley Cup playoff start?
Yeah, it was cool. I've said it yesterday, but I've been around a lot of teams and a lot of deep runs, and to finally get in one, it's a pretty special feeling for not only me, but my family and where I come from. It's not a lot of people get to do that, so it's an accomplishment of its own, and just very happy to be out there.
I think, looking back at your career, all but one season, you've been part of an organization that's been to the playoffs. So again, as you said, you've been around it. What are some of the learning lessons that you were able to get from those that you brought to this series?
Yeah, I think just the difference. Between a regular season game and a playoff game. I think I've kind of noticed the difference in that, watching as many as I have. And, I think just like I've said all along, playing my game, and I know how good I can be, and, in all areas of the ice, I can help this team out, and that's what I've been trying to do.
You had a special moment with someone in the crowd. Can you re-share that moment, what that meant to you?
Yeah, no, it was everything. I mean, my mom's a pretty important part of my hockey journey, and there was a couple of years there where it was just me and her, and she was making sure I got to every practice and every game on time, and just seeing her after the game and kind of letting those emotions out, and just a little longer hug this time. So yeah, it was cool to have her here, and thankful for my uncle too for flying her out on short notice.
You were able to spot her out pretty quickly, though, in the crowd?
Yeah, I kind of just looked up, and, she was just like maybe 5 rows up, and, just looking at me smiling. And right there, it was kind of a pretty cool moment. I did a lot of reflecting. It's from where I come from, it's not very common. So, you just kind of think about all those little memories as a kid. And, this is the ultimate dream. It's to play in the NHL, but the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs is another thing and a whole other level. So,
how did you snap back from that moment? That's got to be a lot.
Yeah, no, it was. I was definitely fighting back some tears when I saw her, and but at the end of the day, it was, I have to do a job, and kind of told myself to snap out of it, and had a little moment, but it was cool.
I've talked to you obviously a few times throughout your journey, and you've talked about how it's a unique one. I'm curious, how unique is it to be back with this organization and to do it here?
Yeah, that means everything too. It's kind of a full circle moment. This team's put a lot of trust in me, and I trust them. So, the organization, and from top to bottom, has been on my side from day one, which is how could you not want to come back to a place like that? And yeah, just super grateful to be a part of this group again, and it's a special group in there.
If they decide to have a franchise here eventually, what an amazing opportunity for our market to really bring more hockey to the market, have these youth boys and girls be able to watch the most talented female players in the entire world. It would be amazing.
Started, finger on trigger with aim on a target. I'm shooting my shot, yeah. It's right on the money, no discount, no bargain. Hearing them calling, the clock is ticking, we cannot be stalling. We pulling up harder, and one shot, one chance. I gotta go all in. You know what it is, I gotta get it. You know what it is, I'm down to win it. You know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is, I gotta get it. You know what it is, get down to business. You know what it is. You know what it is. Game time check.
And there it is. The man you heard was Golden Knights President of Business Operations, John Penhallow. That was an interview taped in December of last year. The conversation was focused on the possibility of the Professional Women's Hockey League making a home here in Las Vegas. Fast forward 6 months, and on Wednesday, the PWHL made it official, calling T-Mobile Arena home starting this fall.
Las Vegas has quickly become one of the premier sports cities in North America. This community has a passion for big moments, a love for competition, and an incredible ability to rally around its teams. This city is no stranger to hockey. From the IHL's Las Vegas Thunder in the 90s to the ECHL's Las Vegas Wranglers in the early 2000s, and eventually the Stanley Cup champion Vegas Golden Knights and the AHL's Henderson Silver Knights. Also, as we see here today, the incredible growth in our boys and girls youth hockey programs. This is a hockey city.
When young athletes can see women competing at the highest professional level in their own city, it changes what feels possible. I believe that today's announcement gives young girls and boys throughout Nevada and our entire region another chance to dream bigger, pursue hockey at the highest level, and potentially see themselves as future leaders in our community.
They said hockey would never work in the desert, but we proved everyone wrong right here at T-Mobile Arena when we went from an expansion team to Stanley Cup champions after Bill Foley famously said, "Cup in 6." In a city known for gambling, women's sports is not a gamble. It's an investment into our future, into our city, and into our youth. I've been involved in girls and women's hockey since the early 90s and seen talented players fight for opportunities across several leagues. It's incredible to stand here and witness a viable professional women's hockey league arriving in Las Vegas. To all our hockey families, coaches, and Vegas-born playing hockey across Nevada, this moment is for you.
Las Vegas, the sports and entertainment capital of the world, we are ready to help write the next great chapter of women's hockey.
Still ahead here on Hockey in the Desert Weekly, it's time to turn our attention to the Silver Knights, whose season came to an end over the weekend. We'll hear from head coach Ryan Craig and look back at what was a historic year for House Henderson. Give it in.
Middleton throws it all the way up the ice, and it will go into the empty net. Keaton Middleton says, "Let's fire up those foggers one more time."
And with the sounds of the cowbells ringing loud in Loveland, the Silver Knights season came to an end over the weekend. Colorado tear down House Henderson in 4 games, winning the best-of-5 series 3-1.
Great series. I thought it was a closely contested series, a hard battle. We knew we had to come here and obviously get one of the first 2 to keep playing tomorrow. Yeah, it could have went either way, but they're a very good team. In saying that, they gave us everything that we could handle. They checked well. Credit to them, and from their goaltender out, they were good. But overall, our team, very proud of our group. I think the run these guys went on since kind of after the All-Star break there, we wanted to try to ride that train as long as we could, and at some point it ran out of gas, and it just happened to be here.
Now, while the season didn't end the way Henderson would have hoped, it was still one for the record books. The Silver Knights set a record for points in a season, wins in a season, home wins, home points, road points. They scored 9 goals in a game last month, again a franchise record. They also had the longest winning streak of 7 games. They did it twice, as well as the longest unbeaten streak in team history of 11 games. Henderson had the #1 ranked power play in the American Hockey League and saw over a dozen player records broken as well.
A lot of pride, proud of our group, a determined group, a close group, from the coaching staff, the players, the medical, the equipment guys. Everybody was tight, and I think that's sometimes it doesn't end how you think it should end, or when it should end. But our guys have nothing to hang their heads about. They should be proud of their effort. We left everything we had out there as on the ice tonight.
We're taking one more break here on Hockey in the Desert Weekly. When we return, we're going to clear the ice. Keep it here. Continuing quests is a segment we used to look around the league and see how former Knights are continuing their quests for a cup. Unfortunately, it seems for one former champ, he is not allowed to continue for now. Since being fired by the Golden Knights with just 8 games left in the regular season, Bruce Cassidy has since taken the media route, hopping on the desk and joining the broadcast team for TNT. Now, he's been great in the role, but everyone in the hockey world seems to believe it will be short-lived and he will be behind another bench sooner rather than later. Unfortunately for the Oilers, it doesn't look like it will be in Edmonton, at least again right now. According to Frank Saravalli, he is reported on Tuesday the Oilers asked for permission to interview Bruce Cassidy as they try and figure out their head coaching situation. He's reporting the Golden Knights have withheld permission to their division rival. Cassidy, while being fired, is still being paid by the Knights for one more season, hence why approval is needed. The other interesting part to all of this, the Oilers still have their head coach in Chris Knoblauch. TBD on the rest. Time to clear the ice and we'll go back to T-Mobile Arena where, it's just heartwarming when you see a hometown collab like with the Raiders and Golden Knights. Now this is during Game 5 and some of the Raiders players were in attendance getting the crowd rowdy. Dylan Lobby, tarps off, getting the crowd. Battle towels, let's go. We'll see you next week.